Good morning, guys. Today we're going to talk about something that I sell every December. This is a nice little 389 4-axle day cab work truck that I always keep in stock. And every December, a lot of companies and a lot of you figure out, hey, I need to spend a little money before the end of the year. That'll help me tax wise. And I usually have 3 of these, but I've already sold 2. This is my last one. Just wanted to get a little info out on it because it's just that time of year where everybody's making decisions. Notice I called it a 389. It is a setback axle. It's a 388. A couple years ago they changed the designation. Now there's a long and short hood 389, and the 388 doesn't really exist, but we'll call this one a 388 just so we're all on the same page. And the biggest place you'll notice is right here. A 388 versus a 389 is roughly 8.5 inches in hood length. So that's where that comes in. This truck has a 20,000 pound front axle, a 23,000 pound lift axle, and 46,000 rears. It's on air track suspension, 10 3/4 frame rails. You can see here it's got a full double liner. It's double framed. Maybe a little easier to see it up there. It's got the no tilt Holland FW35 fifth wheel. Like I say in a lot of my other videos, if this fifth wheel won't work for you, let me know what will, and we'll swap it out. That's no big deal. 42 inches of slide. Both rear ends are full lockers. 391 rear gear. And this lift axle's a Watson Challen, 23,000 pound capacity. Again, it's on air track. 11R 24/5 Bridgestones all the way around. Just a pure raw work truck, 4-axle. This has been real popular over the years with a lot of my local construction companies, and I've sold these all over the country. It's just a real nice setup. 80-gallon fuel tank on this side, 100 on the other. Air ride cab. See, it's got the 2 work lights. It's got the nice 7-inch exhaust. If you need taller or shorter stacks, I've got them. We can swap those tops out real easy. Deck plate access is from the passenger side, just because of the way this is laid out. I'll show you when we get over there. Under the cab, I don't know if you can see it, but over there, I'll show you when we get to the other side. It's already coiled up. There's 10-foot extra wire already wired to the dash, because more than likely this truck's going to get a headache rack put on it, and the wires are already there for if you need to put strobe lights or work lights. It's all wired into the dash, ready to go. Just plug and play. That's one big thing you don't have to do. Here's your controls for the lift axle. DOT is a little funny all over the country in different places. You know, some have it on the dash, some have it on the frame. For us in our 5 surrounding states, this seems to be the hot ticket. That seems to work pretty well for just about everybody. 3 batteries, polished step box, driver's side work spotlight. Of course, I've got the strobes up there too. If they need change to LED, I know some companies or some states or some areas or projects require LED. I can convert those to LED. That's no big deal. 2 horns, stainless visor, stainless power heated mirrors, heated spots, the nice air cleaners. Very few people put the good air cleaners on a work truck, but we do. Pre-wired for if you want to put air cleaner lights or chicken lights on it. It's all pre-wired. I've got it all done. 315/80s on the front. The nice big toe pin. Majority of you guys that buy a truck like this, it's going to be off-road quite a bit, so that just comes in extremely handy. Polished step box. Here's that 100-gallon tank with the steps on this side. Like I said, access from this side. Shut-offs on both sides. Shut-offs on both sides. If you ever had to tore one up and had to shut one tank off, you've got that ability. There's that wiring harness I was telling you about. That's ready to go for a headache rack or whatever you need it for. It's there. Jump start terminals under the hood here, and remote lube, heated filter, all Arctic Wrap lines on here. Even though it is just a day cab, I've got all the extra insulation in the cab walls and floors. Dual Shepherd steering gears. It's got a steering gear on both sides with this big axle. It's just a must. Disc brakes on the front. They're standard. Can't wait for them to be standard on the rear. Pre-wired for fog lights if you need those. Again, that's already on a switch up to the dash. It's got a removable bug screen behind the radiator. Makes it super easy to clean. 2-speed fan clutch. Just a must on these trucks that are going in this kind of environment. This truck is a 550 horsepower, 1850 torque, 18-speed transmission. With those 390s, there's not much this truck can't do. There's that other steering gear. We'll take a look inside. Talking about horsepowers and the construction environment and all that stuff, the standard Cummins warranty on this engine or any of their other engines is 2 years, 250,000 miles. Most of the time this truck is not going to see a huge amount of miles. You can do a 5-year 200,000 mile or a 5-year 300,000 mile for not much money at all. It's nowhere near the crazy money it is for the 5-year 500 that my over-the-road guys do. So just something to keep in mind if you're warranty minded. Madura seats, they're just fantastic. If you get grease or mud or anything on them, nothing cleans as easy as these seats. They look great for a long time. Power windows and locks, power mirrors. It's a prestige interior, really, with some platinum options. It's got the bright bezel gauges, the concert class stereo, factory CB. So it's got the rosewood in the doors. Just a really nice, really well laid out. It's got 22 real gauges. Already set up for a PTO. This truck does not have a PTO on it, but it's ready. If you're going to put a PTO on it, the fact that the dash and everything is already wired, that just makes it super easy. The harness from this switch runs right down to the transmission. Couldn't be any easier. Suspension dump valve, fifth wheel air slide. There's your diff locks. Suspension load gauge. fuel filter, brake, trailer, manifold, front axle, pusher, oil temp, trans temp, amp gauge, double air gauges, fuel, oil, coolant, volts. It's all just right there. There's all your light switches. After building tons and tons of work trucks over the years, this has just been really the best combination that kind of fits most everybody. And like I said, this is my last 17. 18s come out in a few weeks. I can't imagine that there won't be a price increase. So if you're thinking about adding something like this to your fleet here at the end of the year, now's definitely the time to do it. I'm located near an airport. If you want to send one of your guys in to pick it up and drive home, we can do that. I can deliver it. It's no big deal. We can do all the paperwork via internet or FedEx. My name's Steve Carboni. You can always reach me at 918-808-5638. You can call or text me anytime. Subscribe to this channel and you'll get alerts whenever I do new videos. You can check me out on Facebook at Peterbilt Steve or Instagram, Peterbilt Steve. It's if you've got questions about options or anything, questions about your truck, I'm always here to help. Call me, text me anytime. Be glad to do it. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.